Let's make some pickled mushrooms. These are refrigerator pickles. So let's make some of these today. This recipe came from Bar Tartine. I think they were in San Francisco, and I've had it for a while, and I've just never shared it. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing I've got a pound of mushrooms. The original recipe actually called for button mushrooms, but I don't have any, couldn't find any. So I just got regular mushrooms and quartered them. So we're going to start out with some sunflower oil. You can use grapeseed oil too. And just about a tablespoon. And probably a teaspoon of salt, maybe a little more. Yeah, a little more. And let's just toss these up. Try to get a good oil coating and salt coating on there. Okay, we're going to put these on a baking sheet. And I have my oven heating to 350. We're going to stick them in the oven for about 10 minutes. Get them nice and roasted. Kind of spread them out so they're in a reasonably single layer. And as soon as my oven is preheated, the timer goes off, we'll pop these in the oven. All right, in the meantime, let's mix up our marinade. So we're gonna need about a quarter of a cup of red wine vinegar. If I can get the bottle open. Okay, so there's a quarter of a cup of red wine vinegar. A couple cloves of garlic that I've chopped up. I went ahead and chopped them so they're I don't have any fresh parsley, and the recipe called for a tablespoon of fresh. So, you know, when you are using dried, you use less because it's more concentrated. So we're going to use about half a tablespoon. You could actually probably get away with a little less, but that's okay. And marjoram. I know I had marjoram out here somewhere. Here we go. And it is dried. You can also use fresh, but we're going to use a teaspoon of dried. And there's something about marjoram and mushrooms that just go together really well. A couple tablespoons of paprika, and this calls for sweet paprika. So don't use the smoked on here. I don't know why that don't want to. There we go. A couple tablespoons of sweet paprika. A tablespoon of brown sugar. I'm using dark. Light would work just as well. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And a teaspoon of garlic powder. I am measuring everything. I usually don't measure, but these spices, the ratio is kind of important in this recipe, so let's be safe here and measure. So there we are with our garlic powder. And we need to zest a little. Oh, there goes my timer. Hang on just a minute. I started zesting a lemon, so that's what that is. So let's go ahead and finish this. So this is the zest of 1 whole lemon. And we need about a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Okay. All right, so now let's just basically wait for the mushrooms. We've taken our mushrooms out of the oven, and I'm going to let them sit here for just a couple of minutes and cool down before I try to work with them. In the meantime, I stirred up our little marinade mixture, and it is just way too dry. So we're going to add some more oil to this, about at least another tablespoon. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's much better. I don't know if the recipe had actually left something out or what, but that's just, let's even put a little bit more than that. Yeah, much better. Delicious, but it needs a little bit of salt. Okay. Perfect. That lemon is really coming through bright. Okay, so let's let our mushrooms cool for a few minutes and come back and we'll finish this up. These are cool enough to work with now. So let's put them in our pan. And also they released some juice as they were roasting. So put that in there too. That's just extra flavor. These smell really good. Let's just toss them around in our marinade. And these will keep in the refrigerator for about a month, if they last that long. I truly don't think they will, but give them a good coating with that marinade. Okay. Now let's put them in a container. Make sure they're not in anything metal. They need to be in something non-reactive. Let's put them in our jar. And I'm going to try my best not to eat any of these until tomorrow. Let them sit overnight and get the flavors to really get in there. Everything I have touched today, I've made a mess, so nothing new here. And there you have it, pickled mushrooms from Bar Tartine. I hope you make these. I hope you love them. They're going to be so good. They'd be really good on a relish tray. Now, I mean, we're having summer get-togethers. They would be really good with something like that, or just if you're having cocktails or any kind of little appetizer charcuterie board. They would be great on that. And please try them. Let me know if you do and how you like them. Please like, share, and follow my page. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. I really need subscribers. And that's our pickled mushrooms. So we'll talk tomorrow.